Right. How many of us could use a little more confidence, right? The confidence conversation. It takes confidence to go after your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. It takes confidence to go after your goals. It takes confidence, right? You have to be confident in yourself. You have to be confident in your abilities. How many of us could use a little bit more confidence? I know everybody does. I know I could. Everybody needs a little bit more confidence, right? These are just some of the ways, though, right? John Maxwell is giving you some of the ways that you can start to build some of that confidence. He gave you three things. He said, what? Take action on your fears. Take action on your fears. When we sit and we're idle, that's when the fears grow. When you're stagnant, when you're not moving, when you're just idle, right? The old saying, right? An idle mind, devil's playground, right? Like, because when it's idle, nothing's happening. You're not growing, you're not moving. Nothing's happening. So you got to take action on your fears. You got to take action on the things that you are afraid of. That will build confidence in you. If every time you have a fear, a giant, something ahead of you, you're Goliath, if every time you back down, you never actually fight that fight, you never fight the thing that scares you, you never go after it, you can't expect to have confidence. You've backed down from everything that's a challenge. So you have to go after, you have to push after your challenges. You have to push after your fears. That builds confidence in you. Second thing he said is learn to help others. Learn to help others. There's a, when, if you, you might have heard me say this before in some context like this, but if you're in a depressive state, if there's something in you where you're just not feeling great, if you go serve another person, it'll change immediately. If you're focused on you, you're focused on your feelings, your mind, where you are, your life, woe is me type of mindset, right? I'm down in the dumps. It's me. But if you say, you know what, I might be in this circumstance, but let me go serve some people. Let me go help somebody else. Somebody's doing worse than I am. Somebody, right, needs my encouragement. Let me go try to do that. And as you do that, you build confidence. People start valuing you. You see value in yourself because other people start telling you that you're valuable. Other people start saying it to you, like, thanks so much for helping. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Now you build confidence, like, okay, I am doing something good. So when you're stuck inside of yourself and how you're thinking about things, go serve somebody, go help somebody else. There's plenty of people that need service, that need to be helped, and you can do that. It'll help you build confidence. Third thing John Maxwell said is spend time with confident people. Spend time with confident people. Again, you've heard me say it a bunch of times. You're the average of the five people you spend time with, right? You're the average of the five people. So what if the other five people that you spend time with were confident? You'd be more confident. What if they had more money? You'd probably make more money. What if they had better marriages? You'd probably have a better marriage. It's all contagious, ladies and gentlemen. It's all contagious. You have to get around the people that embody the person you want to become. A lot of times we have this middle ground. I hear this a lot. We get away from the people that aren't good for us, but we haven't yet found the people that are good for us. So we're sitting in this middle ground. And normally that's isolation. Normally it's just you by yourself. That's when things get lonely. That's when, right, the enemy starts talking to you, right? Because you're just sitting by yourself. You did a good job getting away from some of the toxic, some of the negative influences, but you haven't gotten around all of your confident friends, all of your new peers, all of your associations that are taking you to the next level. So you're sitting just idle. You got to start taking action to get around those that other group of people. You got to start finding them. You got to start getting around people that are taking you to where you want to go, that are molding you and shaping you to become the man or woman that God called you to be. You need influence. You can't just be around your same circle. So those are three things that John Maxwell gave you to build confidence. Take action on your fears. Make sure you're helping others, right? Serve others, and then spend time with confident people. Here's what it says in the text: 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. It says the great ones possess supreme confidence. They possess supreme confidence. Here's what it says. It says, another great word to distinguish world-class performers from average people is confidence. Some people are raised by confidence-building parents, teachers, and coaches, yet they are in the minority. Most champions realize they were responsible for developing their own confidence at some point and programmed themselves through a series of ongoing techniques. These programming strategies might include mental imagery and visualization techniques, meditation, sports, martial arts, learning a new language or musical instrument, or losing weight, going on an exercise regimen. All these strategies contribute to the boosting of self-confidence. But the two fastest, most powerful ways to skyrocket self-confidence I've ever seen are, one, changing the language you use when you talk to yourself and others. Positive self-talk can literally change your life in 90 days if you really stick to it. You can reprogram your entire belief system just by changing the words you use when you talk to yourself. I've read volumes of books on this subject. The best one is called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. This book is written in simple language and explains how the change process works. Number two, learning to be a proficient and entertaining public speaker. When you can stand in front of a group of people and communicate effectively, it catapults your confidence into the stratosphere. Most world-class business people are strong speakers. So, supreme confidence. In this book, in 177 Mental Toughness Secrets, Steve Siebold says 2 things you got to do. Change your language, learn how to speak in public. Those 2 things will build confidence. Changing your language. This is important. The language that you communicate to yourself with and the language that you communicate to others. Okay? How do you talk to yourself? This is so crucial, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why normally we don't build self-confidence is because we don't keep the promises that we make to ourselves. We make small promises to ourselves, we don't keep them. We say we're going to get up at a certain time, we don't. We say we're going to start that business, we don't. We say we're going to save a bunch of money, we don't. Right? We tell ourselves these things over and over again to the point where we stop believing ourselves. When we talk to ourselves, we stop believing our own words because we failed ourselves so much that we lose confidence in ourselves. So you got to change the language that you give to yourself. You got to start empowering yourself, telling yourself you are capable. It is possible. You can do it. You have proven that you can do it. Positive self-talk. It reinforces your level of confidence. Positive self-talk. Literally, we talk about this reprogramming, learning to unlearn and relearn new things. So positive self-talk, learning how to talk to yourself better, learning how to encourage yourself, giving yourself affirmations, affirming yourself on things that you know you're good at, telling yourself that things will be better. Where do we start this call? I talked about the hope of the future. How often are you telling yourself that things are going to get better? How much faith do you have to believe that things are getting better? This is positive self-talk. This is positive reinforcing self-talk versus the other side of negative self-talk, of the enemy coming in and talking, of self-doubt, of insecurities, of those things. Because that's what starts to fill our mind, decreases our confidence, our self-confidence. We're going to raise our self-confidence by talking to ourselves better. And not just talking to ourselves better, we're also going to talk to other people better. Scripturally, life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? So that means that you can kill someone with your words. You could also speak life into someone. You can speak life into yourself. You can speak life into others. So are you watching how you're now communicating to other people? How do you communicate to your children? How do you communicate to your coworkers? How do you communicate to your spouse or your significant other or your family members? Are you the negative Nancy? Are you the one that says it won't work? Or are you the one people come to because you're an encourager? Because you're confident. So you want other people to be confident. That's what John Maxwell said. Right? John Maxwell said the only people that don't want people to be confident are people that are insecure. So which side are you embodying? To the people in your circle, to the people that you're around, to the people that you can influence. Hopefully it's of encouragement. Hopefully it's of empowerment. Hopefully you are giving people hope and good things so that people want to be around you. So changing our language, changing the language that we use for ourselves, changing the language that we use for others will help you build confidence, because that's what we're talking about today, building confidence in yourself. Number 2 in the book says learning to be a proficient public speaker. There's a statistic out there that says something like people's like number one fear is like public speaking, like over death. Like more people fear getting up in front of 500 people and having to deliver a message or talk than dying. Right? Why? It's because that fear of judgment, that fear of not knowing what to say, that fear of being laughed at, that whatever the case is, right? I've been communicating for a very long time in front of people. I cut my teeth being a server, right? And when you're a server, you have to talk in front of strangers. This is the nature of it. You could be good at it, you could not be good at it, doesn't matter. When you're working in the restaurant world, you have to go talk to people. You have to. And then I step into management, and then I'm constantly talking in front of people. Now I'm here in the money business, the financial game, constantly talking to people, right? That has built my confidence over time. I've been on stages in front of 100, 200, 300 people. I've talked to just 5 people. I've talked to one person, right? Like, you have to get good at learning how to be a public speaker, and it'll build your confidence immediately. When you walk on a stage, when you're in front of 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 500 people, and you deliver a message, or you're able to communicate effectively and efficiently, you know what that does inside of you, right? When you're on that stage and people are looking at you, it builds your confidence, ladies and gentlemen. So that is something that you should practice, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a manager in corporate America, whether you just, right, have menial job, like, a labor job, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you want to build some confidence, start talking in front of people. Start asking to talk in front of people. Next time you're at church, right, stand up and give a testimony. Right? Next time you go somewhere where it's an open mic, get on the mic. You just want to, practice this and cut your teeth, go do some karaoke, right? Figure it out. But listen, these are things that build confidence, ladies and gentlemen. You get it in front of a bunch of people and communicating, performing, something, doing, it's going to change who you believe you are quickly. So in the book, it just gave 2 more things: changing your language and learning to be a better public speaker. That's on top of what John Maxwell told you with taking action, because that's really important. Taking action on your fears, on the things that you're scared of. Are you pushing and going after it? Are you helping others? Are you communicating to others properly? Are you encouraging others? Because that builds confidence in you. And then, are you spending time with confident people? Are you getting around other people that embody the thing that you want? 5 things right there to pay attention to if confidence is something that you want to work on. If you're like, Chris, I just need a little bit more confidence, right? I just need a little bit more confidence. Just need a little bit more like push. Well, start working on these things. Start changing your language. Read the book if you haven't read the book, right? If you haven't read the book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter, get the book. Read the book. It's going to help you change your language. It's going to help you change your words. This is what personal growth, personal development is. We just talked about that on Wednesday, right? Personal growth, personal development, self-discovery, getting better in certain areas. So maybe you got to work on your inner voice. Maybe your inner voice is inherently negative from your mom, from your dad, right? Maybe it's inherently like you inherited that. You just never reprogrammed yourself. You just went through life kind of doing all the things, but you never said, hey, do I really like thinking this way? Is this really what I believe? Is this really what I want to know? Like how I want to operate in life? If not, let's change it. Let's get some new information. Because again, the thesis of these calls, guys, you change your thinking, you change your life. If you think about something differently, if you have a different level of consciousness that then you can apply to a situation, the situation will change. Things will get better. So in your confidence, because in order to go after our goals and go after our dreams and fight after the life that we want, you've got to have confidence. You don't know successful people that are not confident. They're confident. They might not be confident in every area, but they're confident in some area that got them to be successful, whatever that is. So you got to start working on, we all have to start working on building our confidence, continuing to raise your confidence. Here's the action step for today. It said, ask your 3 closest friends this question on a scale from 1 to 7, 7 being the most confident. How much confidence do I project? This idea will give you an idea of how the world is responding to you. So ask the people closest to you, hey, how much confidence do I project? Scale from 1 to 7. How confident do I appear? Do I walk around like I'm not confident? Watch, somebody's friend or family members going to be like a 1. You don't walk around confident at all. You never believe in yourself. You always say things are dead, right? Like, let them tell you. And then you know what you have to work on. We gave 5 things today of what exactly to work on. Take action. Help other people. Get around confident people. Change how you talk to yourself. Change how you talk to others. Start public speaking. Get in front of a crowd of people. I'll add a 6th one. Keep the promises that you make to yourself. Keep the promises that you make to yourself. Start small. Start small. Just say, hey, tomorrow I'm waking up at 7:30 a.m., whatever that time is. Hey, tomorrow, it's Saturday, I'm going to the gym. Hey, you know what? Tomorrow I'm making that green smoothie. Tomorrow I'm calling that family member that I've been avoiding. Whatever. Small promise. And keep that promise to yourself. Watch how things change. You got to just keep the small promises you make to yourself, ladies and gentlemen, because that will build your own self-confidence in yourself.